Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Ed Balls Awkward Admission leaves Coronation Street star speechless on GMB. Coronation Street fans were left stunned on March 12 when Good Morning Britain GMB host Ed Balls made an embarrassing confession during the ITV morning show, leaving his co-star Claire Sweeney, who plays Cassandra Plummer on the iconic soap, speechless. It was just another busy day at the GMB studios as the 58-year-old former politician and his co-host, Susanna Reid, discussed the biggest headlines making waves in Britain. They covered topics ranging from the new tariffs Britain faces on its steel industry to the proposed changes in the justice system that could force defendants to listen to victim statements in court. But just as the show was gaining momentum, the moment that had everyone talking arrived. Later in the programme, the hosts welcomed Claire Sweeney, known for her long-running role on Coronation Street, to discuss her upcoming storyline on the show. However, the conversation quickly took an awkward turn after Ed Balls shared a rather peculiar childhood memory that left both Claire and Susanna baffled. The moment came after the show aired a teaser for Claire's upcoming plotline on the cobbles. The theme tune to Coronation Street played in the background, and Ed, seemingly feeling nostalgic, shared an odd association he had with the tune. With a grin on his face, Ed casually admitted, "I do like that music. In our family it means it's time to walk the dog." Susanna's face immediately dropped into confusion as she turned to her co-host, asking, "I beg your pardon." Ed, blissfully unaware of the awkwardness he had just created, tried to explain, "In our family we had a dog, and when that music came on, the dog would jump up and get its lead." Susanna's expression shifted from confusion to disbelief as she stared at him. The tone was set for an uncomfortable moment, but the truly cringe-worthy nature of Ed's comment hit its peak when Claire, ever the professional, sarcastically responded, "So, you're an avid watcher then, Ed?" At that point, the tension in the studio could be cut with a knife. Susanna, realizing the social faux pas her co-host had just made, quickly jumped in to salvage the situation, asking, "Oh, was it at the end?" Ed nodded, enthusiastically replying, "Of course it was at the end." Susanna let out an audible sigh of relief, chuckling, "Oh, thank God. I thought you meant you would get up and walk the dog instead of watching." Her quick thinking saved Ed from looking even more out of touch, and with a humorous tone she warned, "I don't think I'm going to be the only person who was thinking that." Claire, ever supportive, agreed, saying, "That's what I thought." The awkwardness hung in the air as the trio tried to keep things light, but the damage had been done. Ed, now realizing he might have been in a bit over his head, quickly insisted, "No, I was watching when Tracy was born, and now she's a big adult star." "I do watch Coronation Street I really do, Claire." At this point, the studio audience was no longer buying it. But the moment was far from over. Before the segment ended, Susanna added one last jibe to ensure that viewers wouldn't forget Ed's blunder. "Do not walk the dog," she joked, prompting a wave of laughter from her co-hosts. Ed, now with his face flushed red, could only chuckle along, though his discomfort was evident. As expected, fans of Coronation Street and viewers of GMB quickly took to Twitter, no X, to react to the awkward exchange. One user shared, "Ed the clown infuriating Claire. Sit down, Ed, go back home #GIMB," while another branded him pathetic Ed Balls. A third chimed in with, #GMBGod. Ed interviewing Cassie is so f***ing cringe, crying emoji. Despite the light-hearted banter and attempts to recover from the cringe-worthy moment, it's clear that Ed Balls' awkward confession will be remembered as one of those moments that made fans of both Good Morning Britain and Coronation Street groan in second-hand embarrassment. In the end, the incident became another viral moment for Good Morning Britain, one that both fans and the stars involved will likely look back on with a mixture of amusement and perhaps a little bit of regret. But at least Ed Balls' unintentional comedy was a hit, even if it wasn't quite the way he intended.